I'm so disappointed in you.
You are looking at the guy that checks all the boxes inside this ring on this microphone. I am easily the most complete pro wrestler on the planet.
Look at me, Maxwell. I'm in your head.
I am the man who will start a bidding war in the year 2024.
He thinks he's somebody. He thinks what he does is revolutionary to the wrestling business, when in reality,
I am the past, the present, and the future of professional wrestling.
He's just a less famous Miz.
I deserve to be the next AEW World Champion.
You don't even realize you've been replaced by Britt Baker.
Nobody in that locker room is nearly as good as me. Nobody in that locker room is on my level.
Well, somebody just might have something to say about that statement. You beat his ass, you might shut him up. But thus far, that hasn't happened very often.
Hey, Maxwell.
I shut up the great MJF without saying a word.
You really hurt my feelings last week. I extended out my hand like a gentleman. You didn't want to go toe-to-toe with me on the stick, punk? Well, too bad, because I'm about to verbally finish you quicker than your UFC career.
The lowest hanging fruit.
You can drop cute little pipe bombs all you want, because I'm MJF, and I drop nukes. You, my friend, are no more than nostalgia.
You talk too much. Yeah, just like me back in the day, except I always backed it up, and you can't back up shit without your backup.
You've struggled to beat the easiest of competition.
I've gone through FTR.
Deep down, you know it.
Wardlow, Sean Spears.
These people know it.
Everybody, there's nobody left.
Your whole career, you've been nothing more than second best.
They call Chicago the second city, not because there's a city that's better than it.
You may claim to be the best in the world.
They call us the second city because when it burned to the ground, we just built right back up on top of the smoldering embers.
But I'm better than you, and you know it. I'll give you the match you've all been waiting for next week in Chicago, Illinois. It will be CM Punk versus MJF. Something very unsettling is going to happen. After I win, you people are finally going to get to see the real CM Punk.
I understand if MJF is afraid.
The CM Punk who loses his fake smile.
If MJF is scared.
The second he doesn't get what he wants.
Nobody can touch me.
The CM Punk who blames all of his failures on everyone else but himself. Your same hero who claimed on his almighty return August 13th, 2005, I left professional wrestling August 20th, 2021. I'm back. Will soon say on February 2nd, I'm leaving wrestling again. He left all of you, and he left all the fans who loved him, and he turned his back on each and every one of you.
Best thing I ever did was leave. The best thing I ever did was come back.
You think he gives a damn that you spent the last 7 years chanting his name?
And if I didn't come back, well, you wouldn't have your brush with greatness that you're currently having, would you, Max?
All those chants aren't gonna stop him from turning his back on you again?
Sometimes you gotta take matters into your own hands, and that's what I've always done. I've never lied to the people. I've made decisions. I stand by every single one of them. They don't love me because I win. They don't hate me because I lose. They love me because I get back up and I try. and I fight just like Chicago does.
CM Punk has arrived in All Elite Wrestling. It is so apropos that the same place your journey started will be the same place it ends. I'll see you in Chicago!
I'm sorry, Mr. Bastard. Your sight may never return. You may never see again.
It is as Mr. Rhodes said. I added insult to injury, and why? Because the house is built on conflict. What better way to give an audience that constantly demands conflict and violence, to give them the embodiment of conflict and violence through one Brody King?
Again, here we go again. You might have blinded me, but now I see everything. And it's funny, I'm not angry. I appreciate the blessing. You see, now my perspective, it's different. And my vision has never been so clear. House of Black. Thanks to you, I have found a new vision, a purpose, and now I truly see you, Malakai. You are just the same as every other cretin in AEW, self-obsessed and power-hungry.
Pac, you denounced the house, and for that, you will be humbled.
And I suppose this was the moment you expected me to bow down and call you master.
You and Death Triangle will feel true pain. You will pray for salvation, and when that moment comes, you will look to the teachings the house has bestowed upon you, and you will say, thank you. Because just like death,
We are inevitable.
I'm gonna make a martyr of you.
Ruby, you crossed a line. You put your hands on Vicky Guerrero, a legend in this industry. You got a fluke victory over me. That's all it was, so enjoy it. It's not over between you and I by a long shot. Because this Wednesday, on Dynamite, after I win, I'm done with it. You can go on about your business playing your dumbass air guitar, that's fine. Because I've got bigger fish to fry. And eventually, some gold to get around my waist.
Jay Lethal, you really cannot keep your nose out of other people's business, can you?
Now, I understand that I'm still the new person out here at AEW. And I also understand that in wrestling companies, there are pecking orders. Oh, in every job, there's a pecking order.
You stay in your own lane, and that's it. You don't bother nobody else, and you stay your ass in catering where you belong.
I'm no longer gonna sit back and just watch on the sidelines and wait for an opportunity to present itself. I see an opportunity right now. When I look at Dante, I see a young Jay Lethal. Hell, maybe even a better young Jay Lethal. I wish that when I was Dante's age, there was somebody looking out for me just like this.
Don't talk to me about you thinking that you can help out a kid such as Dante Martin. He's done. He can't be helped out anymore. He showed his hand when he decided to throw me out of the Diamond Battle Royal.
Dante didn't come begging to me, but it was the right thing to do. Ricky Starks walks around AEW like he's actually done something in the wrestling business, like he's God's gift to the wrestling world. And what have you done, Ricky Starks? I mean, lately you do commentary.
This is what you don't do. You don't piss off Ricky Starks. You do not tug at Superman's cape.
tape and you do not put your nose in Team Taz's business.
Sure, you beat Matt Sydal at Battle of the Belts with some shenanigans. Team Taz was there. And you beat, well, I can't actually remember who else you beat.
You want to talk about who's relevant? I am more relevant than your 13 years at Ring of Honor. In fact, if you want to go a step further, weren't you a champion at Ring of Honor and thus the downfall of Ring of Honor happened, right?
I'm gonna make it my personal mission to do one thing, and that is to take away the only thing, Ricky Starks, that makes you relevant in the wrestling world. It is that FTW championship that you got on your shoulder. A belt that actually isn't sanctioned here, but because it means so much to you, I have got to have it.
Whatever Daddy tells you, whatever Taz tells you, do the opposite.
Bro, I'm about to beat his ass.
What the hell's with this guy?
Bro, I'm about to...
Yo, whoop his ass.
Come on, get him, Lethal.
What the hell is wrong with him?
Kick his ass.
Because this Friday at Rampage, I will become the brand new FTW champion.
So now I'm gonna do what I should have done and what I will continue to do to people like you who come in and they've had their time. They've had their years on top to make the money and make a name for themselves. But no more am I gonna let you or somebody else come in and step on my toes or drive in my lane. I'm gonna prove to you, Jay Lethal, exactly why I am where I'm at while I am standing right here as FTW champion. There ain't nobody, not you or anybody else back there, that's gonna prove me different. I'm absolute from A to Z. I'm the FTW champion, and come Rampage, I'm stomping your ass out and I'm putting you out like a light.
It's time for Beach Break here on TBS, and what a hell of a start we're gonna have.
Your opening contest is a ladder match for the undisputed TNT Championship.
Guevara's been hot. He's 11-1 in his last 12 matches.
And that one, JR, is Cody Rhodes.
Cody's got many advantages in this matchup, size and strength, and his pure wrestling ability.
Oh, but Sammy Guevara!
A cutter! Sammy is an incredible athlete, there's no question.
Look at this!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh my God!
Vertical suplex by Cody Rhodes! Oh my! Oh no!
Sammy!
Oh, what a cutter! The fans here going crazy, and rightfully so.
What the hell just happened?
You can see the toll this match has taken on both competitors.
That's a crossroads!
Crossroads off the ladder! Both men!
They're hanging.
Don't do it, Sammy!
Sammy perched on the top of that ladder!
Don't do it!
No fear from Sammy Guevara.
Oh!
God, if I didn't break Cody in half, nothing will. Both are putting everything on the line, trying to become the undisputed TNT champ.
Sammy has done it.
Sammy Guevara climbs the ladder and unifies the TNT championship here tonight.
I'm on top of the world. I've worked for this my entire life, man. I was 11 years old. I said I was gonna do this. People would laugh. People said I couldn't do something. They said that my entire career since day one. I call myself the best ever. Maybe I wasn't at day one, but I said I'd work and I'd work and I'd work, and no matter what, people tried to backstab me. People tried to bring me down, bury me, but you can't bury talent. I started in this company as a supporting role, and I am the key pillar in this place, and that's why I am the unified champion.
Wrestling is about the ones who win. I ought to know. I lost for 8 years. I really ought to know. So, something as silly as a wrestling match isn't silly at all to me. The winner's purse isn't remotely fictional to me. The winners make more than the losers. The winners sit in first class. The winners wear the TNT championship. I feel at least positive about the fact that it's on someone like Sammy Guevara. You asked for post-match comments, so there's so many elephants in the room. This is an insane week in wrestling. People think that the Sean Ross story is BS. It's not. I am working here without a contract. I'm not even on payroll anymore. I'm working here on a handshake deal. But I can tell you this, I have never felt more at home than under those lights, wrestling for the TNT title, a title that will never, ever, ever be secondary because of matches like that. I absolutely wish I could go home to my baby girl, to my family, and say, hey, TNT champ once again, a belt that was synonymous with my name, doesn't look like it's gonna be just about me. Brody, Miro, Darby, Sammy, myself, I'm slow when it comes to rematches. But maybe I won't be so slow on getting my rematch on this one, but for now I'm gonna take a beat, get with Arn. Arn's been there for my whole career. I'm gonna think about it. Again, an insane week where I have heard the most wonderful, crazy things from all walks of the wrestling world on what it is that I do next. But like I said, I've never felt more at home than wrestling for that title in front of a crowd like that. Thanks.
Looking for like a steel chair under the ring and
Holy hell!
Danhausen!
Well, Danhausen's good friends with Orange Cassidy, so he thought he could, help him out by decimating Adam Cole, which we saw he did, or he helped Orange Cassidy, helped loosen Adam Cole up so he could decimate him. And that one thing led to another. Looks like Orange Cassidy got the job done, as Danhausen knew he would. And now, Danhausen is very elite, very evil.